This is my 2022 Nissan Sentra, and it is by far the most feature-filled car I've ever owned in my life. I'm still trying to sort out how some of the stuff in here works, but I'm going to take it into town to get the windows tinted this morning. But before we do, let's check it out. Okay, so before I had this, I had, as you know, the little gray 2019 Nissan Kicks. I really did not like that car. It was new, it got good gas mileage, it had a warranty. That's really about all I can say. Other than that, it was not comfortable, had no features, it was just a base model, and I just didn't like it. It was just, had no power at all. You had to floor it to even get into traffic. Felt like it was gonna blow up. So I went to take it in for service, and they said, hey, you know, we got new cars we need to move. You want to just get a new car? The salesman at Nissan of Orange Park were really, really nice. They said, yeah, sure. What don't you like about the Kicks? I told them comfort and power. But what I do like is gas mileage. Initially, he's like, well, you want to get like a truck, a big, you know, Nissan Tundra, or an SUV, something big, because of comfort. I'm like, no. I work way across town. It's like almost an hour to get back home from work anyway. So yeah, I need some with gas mileage. Well, in the week I've been driving this, it's been getting 33 miles to the gallon. So I'd say that's pretty good. And this car, yeah, much more comfortable. And I like the white with the black trim, and it's going to look even better when I get the windows tinted later today. Because my guy Anthony over at Cool Reflections, every car guy has a tint guy. Anthony's my tint guy. He's the bomb. He's tinted my truck, all the van, the old state van, Tootie's Honda, Alicia's Saab, everything. He's done all my tint jobs. And even the old ones like Tootie's Honda and my truck, it's been probably 10 years, and the tint's held up beautifully. So yeah, I can't say enough about the work he does over there. So Cool Reflections, there'll be a link down in the description, and of course we'll go see him later. So anyway, about this thing, nice big center console. The little Kicks did not. It had a tiny one kind of in the back. See, there was nothing in the middle. The adaptive cruise, the radar, all that stuff, I'm still trying to sort out how that all works. So let's get up into town, shall we? So a thing to know about Florida, twice a year, spring and fall, the oak trees drop all their leaves. Well, as you can see, it being springtime, they've all fallen. So let's do a quick walk around of the car, shall we? You can see it's, yeah, a little four-door Japanese car, but they put some effort into putting a little bit of style into it. Like the way the black lines around the tail lights. There's not the useless chrome trim. Of course, the bottom. I like the, even though it's fake, a diffuser. It makes it look nice. And as I said, it's the SV. The little black line that runs around ties the front to the rear. And then once the windows are black, it'll look even nicer. It has nice alloy wheels, which the Kicks just had hubcaps. There's a small chin spoiler. And one thing I noticed yesterday, somebody at work has a new Maxima, which is basically the slightly larger version of this. The Maxima has lights in here, the Sentra doesn't. Really the only difference I could see. I like the Nissan logo, kind of blacked out. Gives them just more an aggressive look. Overall, yeah, definitely looks better than that little Kicks. Well, we're on our way to Cool Reflections, and while I'm not driving, I thought I'd give some impressions of driving the little Nissan. It's much larger than the kicks. I could just reach over and touch the other door. I can't in this one. I have to actually lean over to touch it, so there's more room. The car feels solid, feels heavy, feels substantial, whereas the kicks just felt thin and flimsy, like, I don't know, like a toy car almost. It just didn't have any substance to it. This has a good proper feel. You sit kind of like down into it, almost down into a cockpit, the way it feels, the way the ergonomics are. The center console's kind of high, the door armrests are kind of high, basically level with my thighs. So it's perfect. It's the perfect distance to set my arm on while I'm driving on these bumpy roads. Oh my goodness, the power. I usually keep the eco button turned on. You push the little eco button and it puts it into eco mode. But there's a little button on the shifter that automatically switches it to sport mode. I used the sport mode yesterday for the first time. I was having to work my way through heavy Friday rush hour traffic. And all the people that, for whatever reason, feel the need to drive 40 in the left lane on the highway, which I have no idea why. Pulling out to get around them, I'd hit that sport mode button. And then as soon as I was done, hit the sport mode button again and go back to eco mode. So it's super easy to drive, but oh my goodness, when I hit the sport button, this thing comes alive. It has a lot of power. Just a little 4-banger import car. My goodness, does it have some juice. That little kicks, you have to floor it, and it'd be rapping out, sounding like it's going to explode just to get it up fast enough to pass or merge into traffic. That was, technical term for that thing is no bueno. Okay, well, I'm up on 17 now. I should probably focus on driving. See you in a little bit. You can see my fuel economy has gone down just a little, because yesterday hammering it through rush hour traffic to get home kind of hurt it a little. See, I've got a nice center screen to give me readouts on everything going on around me. Nice menu. And I like that the GPS picks up whatever road I'm on, that's the speed limit for that road. Large center display, multiple functions. You can put it on the center between the gauges if you like. As you can see, yeah. So I can be looking at what I'm listening to. If let's say I had the map up here, because you can also use Android Auto and whatever the Apple Car Connect Play, I guess. I don't do Apple, so I'm not sure, but yeah, I can connect either way. I just prefer the Bluetooth, put my music through it. Big vents point many directions. I like these. This rubber mat in the bottom holds your cell phone in place so it doesn't just slide around and slide out. You see there's good connections. There's connections in the back. There's a power port, shifter, some Mountain Dew Spark, which is basically pink lemonade now. Here's what I talked about, the eco button. And there is what I talked about, the sport button. Now's a good time to do it because, well, we're stopped for a construction zone. There's always road construction. Now we're going again, so I'll shut off. Okay, we're currently on Nightbox Road. This is sort of the dividing line between Middleburg and Orange Park. And to the left is Middleburg, to the right is Orange Park, and Cool Reflections is just slightly to the right in Orange Park, up on Blanding. Uh-oh, Johnny Law got him one. We are now on Blanding Boulevard. There's cool reflections on the left. Oh, going to get another one. Clay County's out this morning and they don't mess around. Yep, here we are. Cool reflections, tinting and upholstery and vinyl, and they do all kind of good stuff, and everything they do it well. I'm a little early, so I'm just going to chill. See you in a little bit.
3 weeks later.
Well, welcome back. I've had the car for a month now, so I thought I'd give you a little recap on what I think of it now that I've had a proper time to test drive. It gets really good gas mileage. I'm averaging 31, 32 miles to the gallon. Not bad. I drive a very long way to work every day. I live down in Green Cove and I work up across the street from the zoo on the north side of Jacksonville. So yeah, it's a haul every day. So I'm getting a good, actually average of gas mileage and a good mixed driving through town and on the open highway and in the afternoons in stop and go rush hour traffic. It's very comfortable. The kicks that I traded in was not comfortable. It wasn't uncomfortable, it was just not comfortable. Plus it was a base model with no features. This thing is loaded with features. I think I finally sorted out how everything works in it. There was a lot to do. I had to watch a lot of videos online to figure out, well, just the interactive cruise control for one. Yeah, I like it. I can see taking this on a long road trip. It's really, really comfy. You just set the cruise control and just cruise. It's nice. But also, you hit the eco button and hit the cruise. Yeah, you cruise, you get good mileage. But on the shifter is that little sport mode button. You hit the sport mode button and this thing, it becomes a completely different auto. Everything, the transmission, the engine, suspension, everything changes. And if you're not ready for it, it can kind of scare you because it's a big change. It gets really fast, really high performance. It goes from a docile, comfortable cruiser to a sports sedan in an instant. And if you're not ready for it, you can, I akin it to that when they first opened the thing on the rodeo and the bucking bronco kicks out. That's what it felt like the first time I hit that sport mode button and punched it to get around somebody. I had, already punch it to get around traffic, idiots that ride too slow in the left lane, that kind of thing. And then I was like, oh wait, I got a sport mode button. So the next guy I went to pass, I hit sport mode and punched it. Oh my goodness, it was almost terrifying. And I just learned yesterday, this car, the 2022 Nissan Sentra, was named Consumer Reports Car of the Year, Best Buy of the Year, something of the year. It's they ranked it number one. They like this car. So for once, I did good. I got the right car at the right time. So there's my review of how it rides, how it drives, the goodies. I especially like the white with the black trim. To me, it looks kind of like a stormtrooper. I put a stormtrooper sticker on the back. And with the black windows, it looks even better. That's another thing, the windows. Of course, Anthony Cool Reflections, as always, did a superb job tinting my windows. And that first week, with no tint, it was bright. Oh my goodness, it was bright. The sun, in Florida is bright, especially in the afternoon driving into the sunset. Now, dark windows. You see, I'm riding along on a bright day. I don't have my sunglasses on because I got nice dark windows. And he told me this is some new tint they're using. It has ceramic in it, so it keeps the heat out even better. Haven't really had any hot days yet to test it. I mean, right now it's 55 degrees. So yeah, we're waiting on summer to get here to give it a really proper, heat test. But a white car, it should do good. So anyway, there you go. If you have any comments, complaints, thoughts, anything, I don't know, give me a comment down below. And don't forget to like. You see the thumbs up button? Like that. And that subscribe button down there, if it's red, that means you're not subscribed. Please turn it gray. Push the button. Click subscribe button. It makes YouTube very happy when you do things like that, and it really helps the channel out. And if you got any suggestions for any upcoming content you'd like me to do, I'm kind of hate to say it, but I'm running out of ideas.
I'm like, oh no!
I've kind of gone through my whole recipe book of things I can cook, or things that I normally cook. I'm running out of ideas on that, and I'm not really doing any more building on the house, and that's kind of it about the car. I've already done about the van. All my footage of the Saab I lost when my computer crashed. So yeah, if you got any suggestions, feel free to comment below. And on that happy note, we're seeing you.
It's Sunday morning.